Hello Gemini, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly reading. Hang on, I've got a straggler there. From the 24th to the 30th of September. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I can't believe how many people have subscribed to me. I'm thrilled that I get to bring you all these messages, and some of the lovely comments are just wonderful. Thank you so much. If my readings don't resonate with you, however, then you can find another reader. But before you go, make sure you check out your moon, rising, ascendant, and Venus. Okay, so the cards I'm using today are the Ciro Marchetti. Should you want more information about me, everything's in the box below. I'm not going to rabbit on for hours here. So here we go. I'm ready to do Gemini reading. Okay, so your card energy for the week is the Three of Cups. Now, don't freak out here, people, because everybody goes for the third party thing. It only comes up as a third party in a reading if you have other cards to support it. Otherwise, I always see this as the traditional meaning. Now, the traditional meaning in the tarot is it's a time of celebration. So it could be something happening for you this week that you are celebrating, usually with family and friends. So it could be, you know, like a birth of a baby, you know, wedding, engagement, I don't know, new job, holiday, whatever it is. It's a big celebration for you, and you've got that this week in your life. So it's a nice way to start a reading. Okay, first card out is the Hermit. So this week is a time of reflecting and looking inside yourself. The Hermit talks about, you know, being able to shine a light on the dark areas inside yourself. So it's sort of like soul searching. It's a very beautiful card because it usually comes at a time when we're ready to discover something really nice about ourselves, or something we haven't looked at this in a particular way before. So it's like digging deeper to find out why you might feel that way about a certain situation. You know, say you feel jealous about something and you're going inside to understand why you feel jealous or hurt, like that type of feeling. But it definitely comes, a period of introspection comes generally after something has happened in your life to put you on this path. So we'll see what that is. Okay, so the next card out is the Chariot. And the Chariot's a card that talks about moving forward. It could talk about a holiday. It could talk about going, buying a new car, moving somewhere, all those sort of things. But here it feels to me like with the Hermit that you're taking some power back from something that you've had some sort of issue or problem with. Being the Hermit is a card of introspection, I'm thinking that maybe you've lost your power because you've been doing something a certain way over your years. And you've realised that you need to do it differently, and you've gone inside to have a look at how you can do that. So, for example, if you've had sort of some trauma in your past and you overreact to situations, become very emotional, it might mean you need to take on this Hermit energy to understand why you do that. But it's definitely a feeling of taking back your power. I love the feeling when it's like that, because it means your soul searching has taken you somewhere. It's given you an understanding that you've been looking for. And taking your power back can be, you know, after a period in a relationship where you realise it's just not going anywhere and you want to move on. Now, we could take the Three of Cups as meaning you found out someone additional is in your relationship and you have gone inside to have a look at what's happening, and now you've decided to take your power back and move on in the Chariot. So definitely could be that way. Okay, the next card out we have is the Knight of Swords. So somehow you're moving forward on being able to tell someone a truth. So you've reflected on everything. You've gained your personal strength. So maybe you've been through a period of, you know, crying, mourning, grief. And now in the Chariot you want to move forward. And we have this guy coming forward who's quite a fast knight. And he's taking action on something here. And he has his sword held high. So this person out of all the sword suits is the one ready for battle. So it could be that you're ready to go and speak to somebody about something that's upset you, something that sent you spiraling, that put you into this Hermit mode, this reflection, self-reflection. But definitely a time to move forward on it now. Okay, and then we have the Two of Wands. So that's quite interesting, because obviously you're going to move forward on something, but you have two choices on which way to go here. So, you know, do you give this person another chance? Do you move on? Because to me, this is what you're thinking about here. There are two paths, equally as good as each other. So do you go back and work on this relationship? Maybe in the Hermit you've made some decisions to give things another go, to forgive. Because you could have been going to sort of tell your truth here. You could have been going to see someone to talk to them about that. But whatever it is, you're now at this crossroads. Do I stay? Do I go? Okay, and then we have the Ten of Cups. That makes me feel a little sad. Now, I don't know whether this is difficult for you because you've got a family and you don't want to move on, or whether this is something that you want to have and move towards. Sorry, just thinking. Can you hear my brain clicking over there? I'm trying to think if this sort of feels like you're moving on to this or whether you're moving away from this. And to me, it feels like this is one of these options that sit here. So, you know, do you stay in and work on this relationship because you have a happy home, or do you move on from it? Do you stay in this job? Do you stay with this person, or do you move away? Because you seem to have dealt with your grief here and taken your power back. So I feel like you're looking at it in the Knight of Swords very, very logically here. It's a very logical decision. Let's keep going. Hierophant. Yeah, you're sort of planning out your steps here. You want something more stable, more organised, more structured, and you haven't had it in the past, I don't think. So whatever reason that you're moving on from something here, from some sort of situation, whether that be a relationship, a job, whatever, all you've wanted is stability. And I feel like you're moving on to gain greater stability in your life. So there's a celebration at the beginning. And maybe you're celebrating being able to do something new or start something new here, because we have this Ten of Cups. Maybe you've taken your power back from the past and you're moving forward to take on something new because you've seen the need for this stability. Yeah, definitely. See, here's your new start here. Here's one of these wands. Rightio. So I think for a lot of you, you've come to the conclusion you need to move on from what's no longer serving you if you want some stability in your life. And I think that's creating this air of, you know, celebration here. So I think that you're celebrating because you've come to a decision that something is no longer serving you, that it doesn't create your Ten of Cups environment, and that you need to move on now and start something new. It could be that you're doing this alone. It could be that you're doing it with someone. And maybe in the Hermit you've been wondering if you should move forward with a person, as in this energy. So maybe it was a person rather than a pathway. So that's what you're doing there, Gemini. You're moving on with someone. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Okay. So what we have here is a person who's decided their current situation doesn't serve them. The situation they're in does not bring them the security, perhaps marriage, stability that they want, and they're ready to start on a new path, probably with someone. This is a hot and passionate new beginning. So maybe that's what the Hermit was about. Maybe somebody's asked you to go and live with them, marry them, be with them, and you've gone through this process and you're now ready to storm in with the truth. Okay, then there's a Ten of Swords here. So there's still a lot of worry around you, but this is going. This is the last of. This is the final. So this is your past energy here coming through. So maybe you're a little concerned about starting something new with someone when you've had to leave something behind. But this is definitely past energy here. So you're definitely leaving this behind for a new start, which is really nice. And look at that. Oh my God, I can't make this shit up. Okay, so this guy here is your Ace of Cups. So you're moving towards love. Now, I don't know why you're worried about moving on this, because this is the real deal. Because you've had a choice of two paths here and you've had to make a decision which one to take. But it looks like you've made the decision already and chosen the path you want to walk on, and that's the path of love. So I think you've done a lot of thinking about that, Gemini, to get to that spot, but it's lovely. The overthinking card doesn't surprise me, though. Geminis are air signs. They overthink. That's it. But definitely moving towards something beautiful here. And you know it's beautiful. You know it's what you want. I can see it in the cards. You're ready to roar with this Knight of Swords and tell someone you're in love with them or you want to marry them. So the card that's come out for you from the Oracle cards is Judgment, and it talks about soul searching will bring inner peace in many areas of your life. And it's really funny because that is exactly what that card talks about. So for me, that card's perfect for you, because what it's saying is that by going inside and having a look at all these things, that you now are being able to make a very good decision. Thanks, Gemini.